This is the one man with three initials, FKA, and you are listening to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast.
This is the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Feel the pain in the blast. Through the ropes, through the fight, Maritime Wrestling walls the night. The past, the present, the future. Maritime Wrestling never dies.
Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast, episode 22. I am Corey, spelled with an E, joined by Corey, missing an E.
Joined by Corey, spelled correctly.
Sugar an E, missing an E. There's all kinds of E's around here.
As you just heard, Jason Casey with us. No E in his name, that's for sure. Mark the Mart, no E in his name. What's going on?
There are no E's, so I did not steal Corey's.
There you go. I'm the only one with an E in here.
That's where it went.
That's where it went. I'm the sole E. All right, let's get this party started. Unfortunately, we have to start once again by eulogizing someone that really revolutionized professional wrestling. Terry Gene Bollea, better known as the immortal Hulk Hogan, passed away at the age of 71. I'd love to sit here and just talk about the good things about Hulk Hogan, but to tell the entire story of Hulk Hogan, you have to take the good and the bad. And one thing that was very shocking to me is how 50-50 it was. It's no secret, Hogan was never my favorite wrestler. But you legit saw people overjoyed that this man passed away, and I thought that was very stupid, very immature of people.
Yeah, it's disrespectful regardless. It's still human life, whether you know the guy or not.
Exactly. So, let's talk a little bit about memories of Hogan. So Corey and Jason, you guys, this is right in your time frame. You guys grew up with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I am. And I'm not that far behind. Mark would have missed the peak Hulkamania of the mid '80s. Mark would have been more of an NWO guy. But let's talk a little bit about the legacy of Hulk Hogan. Corey, you can start.
So, for me, my earliest memories of wrestling are Hulk Hogan, frankly. I remember... I've got some vague wrestling memories before this, but WrestleMania 5, my cousin had one of those massive-ass satellite dishes, and she recorded WrestleMania 5 on a VHS. And when I got the tape the next day, it was like a revolutionary thing for me. I watched that VHS. Man, I'll tell you, it was written WrestleMania 5 in it in a black pen, and I wore the pen out. I watched it so much. WrestleMania 6 as well. For whatever reason, looking back at it, it was terrible. But WrestleMania 7, Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan, I loved that match. I don't know why. I loved the build-up. I loved something about it. For me, I really enjoyed, as a kid, though, right? Corey just rolled his eyes at me. This is a guy... Listen, don't start with me. I'll be nice tonight. You stop. I don't know. I just liked it. I was definitely a Hulkamaniac. I had one of the rubber LJN, is it? LJN figures?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Then I had the one that everybody knows, the yellow tights, where he's got his arms locked at a 90-degree angle. I also had the white Hulk.
The white and red?
Shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I had two of those.
So
no way.
Yep, and they're rare now.
That one's rare. So I remember I got that one for my birthday one year, and it was a simple time back then, man. Hulkamania. I had a Hulk Hogan bar of soap. I had a Hulk Hogan, because really he was the first one that they sold everything. I had a Hulk Hogan book bag,
he was the face of the
Hulk
company.
Hogan, the Hulk Hogan pencil case. I wish I sold all this shit because it's worth a lot of money. But yeah, man.
I remember having a Hulk Hogan lunch can.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pillows. Pretty sure I had the sheet set at one time.
Had the Hulk Hogan wrestling buddy. I don't know. He was definitely an icon. He was definitely somebody that I idolized as a kid. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, never saw him wrestle live. So,
yeah, I mean, he was larger than life, right? Like, he was the face of the company. He looked like a superhero. He was bright. Everything he wore was bright yellow and red. Mm-hmm. And as a kid, you don't know what he's like as a human being. And regardless of what he did behind the scenes as under his real name, he still did a lot for the business. No Hulk Hogan, not sure pro wrestling would be what it is today, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think you got it right, because I mean, you're looking at the most marketable character that's ever existed in the company, or even outside of the company. You know, just talking general in wrestling, right?
Oh, just
and
in life, period. Because I can't see there's no other like celebrity that had as much marketing done for what I mean. Period. Like,
here's my problem with some of the old Hogan stuff. I love No Holds Barred. Urban Commando. Oh my God, I watched the shit for that.
Suburban Commando.
Thank you. Mr. Nanny even was solid for me. Going back and watching them as an adult, I'm like, God, this is cringy. This is terrible. I don't want to rewatch those movies ever again because my memories of what I watched when I was a kid are way better than what the movies actually were. But it's pretty revolutionary. I mean, he was really the first pro wrestler that transcended that from wrestling to pop culture.
I think that's why a lot of people consider Hogan, because you're all correct. He is the first and all that, but he's also the first. You know, being in Rocky 3 really helped.
Oh.
You know, being like a lot of people like don't know who Hulk Hogan is, but they know who Thunder Lips is. You know, Rocky was the biggest movie franchise at the time. And I believe Rocky 3 with Mr. T was like, you know, at WrestleMania 1, MTV. You know, Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper, the two most popular celebrities, they're rubbing shoulders with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, wasn't your ex-girlfriend's nickname Thunder Lips, Corey?
Oh, man. Thunder clapping lips.
Sure. Wasn't she Veronique Thunder Lips Vautour? She was your cousin, right?
Veronique? I don't know what Veronique.
I'm messing with you.
But, you know, my memories of Hulk Hogan, I was never a Hogan fan growing up.
No.
Hated him. Like Corey and Jason said, they had the Hulk Hogan lunchbox and the pillowcase. I had Ultimate Warrior. Warrior was the guy when I was growing up. And here's the thing. Warrior versus Hogan, the greatest match in the history of wrestling, in my opinion. Saw Corey roll his eyes.
But for me, it's not. But it's one of those polarized. It's a great match.
Here's the thing. Here's one of the things for me. This is 1990, and even at 1990, everything's been done. Bless you, Corey. He just sneezed.
Thanks, man.
Everything's been done by 1990, but they found a way to do this. Babyface versus babyface, both titles on the line, and if Hogan doesn't put over Warrior, that match isn't remembered as well. Like, it's the fact that Hogan lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what are some matches from Hulk Hogan's history that are some of your favorites?
WrestleMania 18 versus The Rock.
Everybody mentions that one.
The crowd reaction was unreal.
When he hulked up, that's the biggest pop ever.
But everybody went back to their childhood.
Oh, yeah. For me, it goes back, though, to, like I said, WrestleMania 5 versus Macho is probably my favorite Hogan match. I don't know why. Just something about the drama in it. It's
the year-long build. It was an entire year of the Mega Powers. And
Miss Elizabeth is involved there.
The one knock that I have on Hogan's career in the WWF, like his first run, is Hogan had two storylines. I beat the big foreigner, or my best friend turned on me. Like, if you're talking about the Sergeant Slaughter storyline, the original idea for that storyline was having Tugboat turn heel and become an Iraqi sympathizer and be Sheik Tugboat. How stupid would have that been? Like, Slaughter was the end of the match. Like, no matter what Corey says, that match sucked.
No, it was a bad
that match, like, that did
That's
no
not my
favors for
memories
Hogan.
of it, but watching it as an adult, it's oof.
It's bad.
My
Don't
favorite
watch
match
it, please.
was the WrestleMania 3 against Andre the Giant. And the reason is I saw Andre the Giant wrestle here in Moncton with Atlanta Grand Prix Wrestling. So the chance to see him wrestle and then see him in WrestleMania on TV was like mind-blowing. Like, you know what I mean? Hey,
It must have been just a few years apart, huh?
Yeah, maybe 2, maybe 1. It wasn't a far apart. So the whole fact of me seeing Andre live and then seeing him main event WrestleMania was like surreal for me. So that's one of my favorite and more memorable matches for sure.
Very nice. Hey, you know what though, Corey? You were saying how, my timeline, like the earliest parts of it would probably be the NWO, and I think you're exactly right. Because my favorite memory, like just not even a match, just favorite memory, is probably at the very moment. Well, not the moment. I guess it did span a couple episodes, but when the Outsiders showed up, when Hulk Hogan turned, everybody flipped. I feel like America itself flipped upside down.
Yeah. What annoyed me about that is Bobby Heenan spoiling it. Hogan's coming out red and yellow. Everybody's happy. Yeah, but on whose side is he on? Yeah, thanks, Bobby. Thank you very much. The NWO thing for me is it. Looking back at it as an adult, as a kid, WCW was like overtaking WWF. It was, and then WWF 97. Oh yeah, it did. 96. WCW was number 1. Yep. Even in 97 it was number 1, but WWF is slowly turning towards Attitude. You go and you watch, and it's infuriating to watch, because you have this great cruiserweight match, or you have this great tag team match, and all the announcers can talk about is NWO, Hulk Hogan, and all that. And it's like, God, like, the announcers nowadays don't even do that. It's like, oh, Roman Reigns this, Roman Reigns that, and it's fucking, or Cody Rhodes this, Cody Rhodes that, and they're in a Drew McIntyre match. Back then, everything was NWO. It was their cash cow, though.
Yeah.
The thing about Hogan is you can't talk about the good without talking about the bad. And Hulk Hogan was a liar. He likes to tell tales, and even beyond that, there's the Gawker incident, which what blew my mind with this is Hogan died 10 years to the day that the Gawker thing got released. Was 2015, July 24th, that the Gawker tape came out. He said some words on there that less than flattering.
100%.
To me, that's bad. The release tapes from when his son was in prison is the most deplorable thing. Where his son Nick was driving in a car, he was drag racing with someone in the car crashes. Nick is fine, the other guy ends up brain dead for the rest of his life. And Hogan's like, oh, God he must have been a really bad person for God to do something like this to him, and they're planning a reality show for Nick. Like that's sick. That's just sick.
Yeah.
The politics that he did, bringing in guys to WCW just so he could get his win back, like Warrior, and he wanted to do that with Yokozuna. The last few years of his life was just, you hear Hogan's in the headlines and you roll your eyes. Oh, God, what is he saying now? From saying that he was going to be the basis of Metallica to slamming all 800 pounds of Andre the Giant. And I can go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was the icon. Terry Bollea, not so much.
Here's the thing with Hogan's passing. no pun intended here, but I think Hulk Hogan can finally rest in peace. And I don't mean that as he's dead. I mean, like, I think people can finally sit down and enjoy what he did. Meaning in wrestling, because he's the biggest name ever. I know Corey, right now it's funny because when Ultimate Warrior died, all of a sudden everybody was an Ultimate Warrior fan.
Not everybody.
Hulk Hogan dies, and everybody was like, oh, he was one of the best and all that. And I'm like, fuck you. You never liked him. Like, this is for me. But now Hogan dies, and everybody's like a Hogan fan and all that. And then there are these that glad that he died. To me, I find that now people can finally go and watch a Hulk Hogan match. Even his final appearance in wrestling, he gets booed out of the building. Like, it was time for him to just, like, shut up
from the business.
Yeah. Walk away. He's the biggest name ever. I know Corey, he always said Austin's the biggest name ever. I love Austin. I think Austin's one of the greatest ever. Hogan popularized the business, plain and simple. Without Hulk Hogan, there is no wrestling industry. Or there's no wrestling industry the way we see it now.
Yeah.
Dave Boyce had a great quote. If you're in the wrestling industry, you owe everything to Hulk Hogan. That's true. That's very true. And I think that now that he's passed on, people can appreciate Hulk Hogan. I think people can appreciate Macho Man Randy Savage. People can appreciate the Ultimate Warrior. All these guys that have passed away. Like, the one thing that I find that's very, like, nerve-wracking is a lot of these guys are almost all gone. Like, I think from the original 11 WrestleManias, main eventers, there's 3 of them that are still alive.
Yeah.
I think it's Slaughter, DiBiase, and Mr. T. Mr. T's still alive, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yep. So these are the 3 that are still alive. Yeah. Yep. So, Mark, you had your finger up for a while.
I did want to say something, and I think it's something that's important, where we do notice a trend in wrestling where there's a lot of performers out there, including especially Hulk Hogan, Mr. Terry Bollea, that have been victims of their success, where there have been people that might be uneducated, that may not have had, like these nice childhoods or anything like that. And I think Vince McMahon could also arguably be one of those people.
Oh,
where
100%.
You have to be very, very careful, because you can become one of those people where, unfortunately he fell into that hole and it was deep, man. Like, he was lucky that it wasn't drugs or anything like that, but, yeah, unfortunately.
Here's the thing about Hogan. Hogan was very self-conscious. And for the biggest name in the history of wrestling, trying to do tall tales to just put himself over when he's the biggest name ever.
It's because he was bald. As a bald man, I can tell you that makes you a little self-conscious. And on that statement, I would like to say that out of the 3 of you, I'm the only bald man, so I bond with Hogan on a different level.
We respect
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
So, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
Eat your vitamins and say your prayers.
Take your vitamins, the good vitamins.
Those memories growing up of Hogan will always be special for me, for sure. That's what got me into wrestling.
So with that being said, we are going to move on to the shows this weekend, and we are starting with the IHW St. Martin's show. First match on the card was Julian Young beating Johnny Fugazi. So we finally have a full name for this new character. It's Johnny Fugazi.
Yeah. I've never seen him wrestle yet, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, I've been watching him wrestle for a long time. I like the character when he came out last IHW show in Riverview, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
Cool.
It's to freshen up the like, he's not done clearly.
I love it.
So it's a new character. I can't wait to see where this goes, and hopefully he's still with.
I'm honestly surprised that this wasn't an open challenge.
Might have been. You never know. It might have been. Rugged Rick Owens, he beat the big bad LG Logan Green.
Ooh.
That shouldn't be allowed.
Of course it shouldn't be allowed. Is Jason turning to the good side?
I'm fine with LG. When we get to the Pinky McBrain there...
here we go again. All right.
Probably know each other.
They might.
Maybe.
Next matchup, Starchild teamed up with El Super Hombre to defeat Ricky Mortis and Alex Miller. Brian DeVaro at ringside. DeVaro still got his injured shoulder. Some luchadors in the Maritimes. What's up with this?
I don't know. Never seen El Super Hombre before. Starchild's been around for a bit. It's nice to see him getting some action. We don't see him very much, but it's nice to see him get a win here with new tag team partner. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a new thing going forward, or if this is a new tag team altogether. Or...
I don't know, but I really like that El Super Hombre. Just something about him that I like. So
they both look familiar, eh? Can't quite put my finger on it.
I think one of them is Rey Mysterio's cousin. Could be wrong.
Oh,
possible.
Moving on. Speaking of luchadors, the Maritime luchador Fantana, he beat the Northern Star, Kirk Obey. Kirk's kind of been everywhere lately. Well, I guess he'd be at IHW, because he's one of their biggest stars. A match with Fantana, you have to imagine Kirk Obey was the heel here.
Oh, of course. Can't have a healed Fantana, my God. I'm sure this was a great match as well. Both
Absolutely.
Seasoned vets. So,
speaking of Fantana, maybe the most agile wrestler in the Maritimes, a squirrel just ran across a telephone wire outside of my window. And the only wrestler in the Maritimes that could run across a telephone wire is Fantana.
Squirrel Man with the coast to coast.
He ran right across this, and I was like, am I seeing a squirrel? I didn't smoke anything tonight. Whoa. Anyway, carry on, guys.
I thought I saw Corey jump out of his chair, and it was for a squirrel.
That'll do it.
Fantana's in Shabakto tonight.
He's not, but if he was an animal, he'd be a squirrel running across his telephone.
We got to get a mask that's a squirrel for Fantana now.
Man,
Tights with a squirrel tail,
I will say, I love Fantana, man. One of my favorites in the Maritimes right now. He's on fire. He's having a hell of a summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll talk about him a little later as well, because he's going to be performing this weekend.
Oh, awesome. Next up, some women's wrestling action as the Ring Breaker, Karma Rain. She beat Sierra Stone. Karma Rain continuing her dominance here.
Yeah. Would love to see her have a title sooner than later. I think it's coming. She's really starting to make a mark for herself in the Maritime. So can't wait to see where she goes from here.
Is she on a win streak?
Maybe. I mean, one win is still a streak.
Is it?
It is.
There we go.
I mean, did she?
She lost twice, didn't she?
I think. Did she beat Sierra and Buckdouche? That's what I thought. So they're one win apiece now. I'm sure they fought many times.
Oh.
Main event that night for the IHW heavyweight title. Hardway, Chris Charters. He beat the Alberta Clipper, Matt Chevron, in what must have been a great match. Matt Chevron cut a promo. He called St. Martin St. Stephen's, which got all the heat. That is just perfect there. Chevron is one of those diamonds in the rough that's just about to break out in the Maritime wrestling scene. What can you talk to me about him?
Oh, I love his style of wrestling too. It's different. It's almost like a cross between old school wrestling and almost like a Kobe Christ technical wrestler.
Yeah, he's a solid wrestler, man. It's very evident that he's got a lot of experience in the ring, and I don't know. I like his, that being from Alberta, it's easy to get some heat. Even I don't like him. Fuck that guy. But no, it's just it works for him. He's so talented. We're so lucky to have him in the Maritimes right now.
And I think actually we spoke about this a couple of weeks back about like the River Valley champion and the Le Prestige champion, and like, why wouldn't he be in the conversation, right?
Well, he was tag team champion, so he had a belt. We'll get to that at the very end, but that, I think he's going to be moving on up to the east side.
I could see that.
Department.
Up in the sky.
Up in the sky.
Yeah, this just seemed like an amazing show. I know a few people that went to the St. Martin show, and they had the blast. So they had a blast, not the blast.
Might have had the blast too.
It is so fucking hot in my room right now, and I don't have the fan on because you guys said it sounded like an airplane, so I am like toasting alive. So, Jason, what's the next show?
Next show, Loot Prestige Brawl at Elma Hall 6 in Applewood.
Brawl at Elma Hall 6, here we go. One of the strongest men in the Maritime, Nick Strong. He beat Butter Love. Nick Strong, I think he takes on Butter Love at the Clash show as well, and just what a powerhouse this guy is.
Yeah, especially against Butter Love. Butter Love's a tall boy.
He is. He's very tall.
Yeah,
and he's slippery too. All that butter.
That's right, and I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, we'll get to that match later on. Second match.
Just to go back to Nick and Butter Love for a second, it makes a really cool comparison between the two, where Nick is so big and muscly, but he's on the shorter side versus Butter Love's height. So it really makes a good contrast in the ring. So it's
absolutely
fun to watch.
Second match for the NBWA heavyweight title, as Larry Horowitz, he beat Pat Persuasi.
Is that the guy with the pointy ears?
The pointy ears guy, yeah. Yeah, his brother is Bill Yard. Smooth ears, very, very smooth ears.
Right, okay. Just making sure.
We'll get back to them in a little bit.
Patrick Swayze, he was in Ghost, right? Was that it?
Pat Persuasi.
Oh
my God.
I know.
Jason is busting a gut right now. He is dying laughing.
Roadhouse.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, next up, the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, one of my guys. Love this guy. He beat the daylights out of Matt Strong. Nothing for the Ultimate Male? Come on.
He got ran over by a Cadillac.
Oh, did he?
He's the big hitter with all the glitter. Don't forget about that. My God, the disrespect on this podcast. My God.
He was running ropes the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
Just like a rocket. Yeah.
Women's wrestling action. The Cardio King, all right?
Man, sure has a lot of it.
Yeah. Stormy Hale, she beat Ronnie Payne. Stormy Hale is one of those female wrestlers that I think I got my eyes the most on, because she's got a look and she's got the athleticism to do great things in the Maritimes.
And she's come up quick.
Yes. Yes, very quick.
It wasn't a gradual start. It's just, boom, here I am, and now she's everywhere, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kerry Killam, he beat Rugged Rick Owens. This is a huge win for Kerry Killam. You know, beating the ace, Rugged Rick Owens, that's saying a lot.
That would have been a killer of a match to watch.
Absolutely. Patrick O'Neill. I think I just froze there, but...
Yeah, your screen's frozen, but I can hear you, so keep going.
Good for you guys, huh? Patrick O'Neill, he beat Matt Chevron. That's a pretty big thing for Patrick O'Neill, because Matt Chevron's a guy on the rise.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to see the new guys get the wins as well. Management, Luke Prestige, and NWA management is telling me that Patrick O'Neill is really putting in the reps and getting into things. So he's really putting the work in. So hopefully that he starts to build a presence for himself as fast as possible.
I've heard. I was talking with. Good God, why am I blanking on names right now? Who fought Patrick O'Neill again? Good God,
Chevron.
Oh, I was talking to Chevron in Fredericton. May's going to rib me for that. I was talking to Chevron in Fredericton after the show, and he was talking about how happy he was with this match and loot. So yeah, I can't wait for it to get posted online. I want to see it.
Absolutely. Next up for the NBWA Prestige title, Horsepower, Hunter Sampson. He beat the Big Bad LG, Logan Green. Two of the future stars here.
Oh, absolutely. I think it was another match I want to see because it looks like it's going to be a fantastic match.
Absolutely. So that was Le Prestige. Next show, Jason.
Next show, New Breed Wrestling Summer Showdown.
So, New Breed Wrestling, we have the pre-show, which saw TJ Miguel beat FKA. TJ Miguel, once again, one of these young talents, taking on a veteran of Maritime Wrestling. So, nothing but experience there.
Yeah, 100% for sure. I've seen some clips of this match. It looks like it was a good match. A lot of high flying, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of attitude from FKA like you would normally witness. So, yeah, it looked like, from what I saw, the bits and pieces looked good.
The opening match would see Andre Myatt beat the Ghost Ricky Mortis. We've seen this match a few times now.
Yeah, for sure. And again, another great match. Old Vet versus Young Gun. Ricky Mortis is another one that is quickly climbing the ranks here in Maritime Wrestling.
Absolutely. Two new guys, or I think they're not from the Maritimes, but
they're from Ontario.
From Ontario. So Bone Crusher Steve Brown, he beat Jay Bonsai Blast.
Yeah, I can't wait to see when this match comes out, see what they guys look like, because I've never heard of either one of them. So,
absolutely. We got Ryan Schimmel, who beat Oliver Hansen. Oliver Hansen.
It's Olafur Hansen.
Is it Olafur? Because what you sent me was Oliver Hansen.
Yeah, well, somebody that sent me the result didn't know how to type, so.
That's what I thought it was. They're ribbing me, I think. They're just like, Olafur Hansen's now going to come after me.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I've got an in with Olafur. I'll let him know.
I'm dead for sure, then.
Probably make it.
This was a good match. I seen this match. Somebody sent me the footage of this match. So, for those that don't know, Olafur Hansen has a shoulder injury. He fought this entire match without taking a bump. It was great. There was a part where they came out. He went out, grabbed a table, looked like he was going to put Schimmel through a table, but in reality, he literally pulled the table out and then set up all his merch, trying to sell his merch mid-match. It was just a fantastic. It was a good match. Once it comes out and you guys get to see it, you guys will get a good laugh. And again, these two boys are two more up and coming. Same thing with Ricky Mortis. These guys are really, really starting to develop into great wrestlers. So.
Absolutely. Bit of an upset here. Sebi beat Covey Christ by countout.
Yeah, so from what I hear from this match is Sebi got thrown outside the ring, and because there was so much bubble and soap on the floor, Covey kept falling and couldn't make it back to the ring in time and got counted out.
That's funny.
So,
it was a trap, yeah.
Hi, Maggie.
Maggie's here, all right. Next up for the Fighting Spirit title, Ryan Storm continues his epic reign as champion, defending the title in a fatal four-way match versus Bobby Boyette, Ryan Denham, and Benoit Gravel.
Yeah, Ryan Storm has to have had this title now for a while.
Well over 600 days.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I seen him last summer with the title, so I'm sure this would have been a great match too. 4 guys, 4 different styles. It would have been fun to watch. I'm not sure who's going to be able to take that title away from Ryan at this point, because I think he's pretty much wrestled everybody in the company at this point. So
I like that they've given this opportunity to Ryan Storm, because for newer wrestling fans of the Maritimes that didn't get to experience IHW Ryan Storm when he won the heavyweight title and then won the I title as a bad guy, Ryan Storm was so good, and he still is. I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but that Ryan Storm, I think he doesn't take as many bookings right now, but this title reign just, I don't know, brings me back to the good old days of IHW. Main event time for the New Breed Wrestling Championship. Bad Thad Howitt successfully defends the title versus the Hard Way, Chris Charters.
Yeah, I think this would have been a fantastic match. Chris is a hard hitter. So's Thad. Thad's a big man, a lot of power. Chris is a technical wrestler. I think this would have been a fantastic match. I can't wait to see the footage on this one.
Absolutely. So that was New Breed Wrestling. What is the next show on the list?
Next show is UCW Summer Explosion in Spryfield, Nova Scotia.
Another excellent show here. On VIP, Robbie McAllister, he beat Lincolnstein. 2 main event guys in the VIP. So literally you can't miss anything when you go to a Maritime show.
100%. And not just 2 main eventers. This is like WWE alumni Robbie McAllister. So, you know what I mean? You really... Yeah, I mean... People that aren't buying VIP tickets nowadays in the Maritimes are missing a lot of great wrestling.
Yeah, I hear only losers don't go to VIP. Just saying, that's what I heard.
Pro shows. Last 2 North Pro shows match of the night was on VIP. IPW just announced their VIP match for their show coming up is going to be Logan Green and Ricky Mortis. You can't not buy a VIP ticket nowadays. Come on.
Well, last North Pro show had the NSPW Heavyweight Championship match. Hello.
On the VIP.
Yeah. On the VIP. Yeah.
Amazing.
So, the opening matchup saw Sabotage take on JP Sims and Anthony Deuce Harlem. There was a promo right before this, correct?
The promo before it, and it was actually supposed to be a triple threat match.
Yep, I missed...
AWOL,
yeah. But they're not there. They were there, but they didn't wrestle.
They didn't wrestle because Deuce and JP Sims attacked them when AWOL was making their entry. So when they come out through the curtains, JP and Deuce attacked them with hockey sticks.
Dastardly.
Dastardly.
It ended up being a regular tag match instead of a triple threat match. So
Sabotage gets the win and earns themselves a tag team title match later on in the night versus the NWO. But moving on, Madison Miles defeated Dawson James. Talk about another Maddie match that was probably 5-star.
Oh, for sure. Dawson is another one of those young guys that I was talking about earlier that fits in the same category that are quickly rising in the industry in the Maritimes. So this match, I'm sure, would have been a fantastic match. And, I mean, Maddie is still a young wrestler, but she's got a lot of experience under her belt. So.
And next up, continuing the feud of the year right now for the UCW Atlantic Canadian Championship, best 2 out of 3 falls match. Rudy Lockhart beat Ethan Knight. I believe is it in ECPW? They're scheduled for a match there next. What can you say? The only thing I can say is I haven't seen this match live yet, and that's not cool. That's really fair. Not cool. It's not fair.
Yeah, these 2 guys are literally blowing up the Maritimes, and Yeah, I can't wait to see them face each other live as well, because I've seen so much footage of these two guys. Every match is a killer match that I've seen. Every match is different. It's not like they're doing the same spots over and over. It's not a repetition thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, these guys are knocking it out of the park. And speaking of knocking it out of the park, Ethan Knight has a new gear coming out. He has a baseball shirt, like a baseball jersey, and it's looks like the Green Bay Packers colors.
Boo!
Says the show.
Minnesota Vikings.
I got a question though. Was it not the Oakland Athletics jersey, but like with different wording?
It's possible.
It's possible. It's just, I mean, yeah, I don't watch enough baseball, but it's the Green Bay Packers colors. That's why I said the Packers. But
cheeseheads.
Well, I love Ethan. I love Ethan Knight. Don't like the Packers. I'm a Vikings fan. So moving on. Where are we? For the UCW tag team titles, the NWO Newfoundland World Order, they beat Sabotage.
Yeah, this would have been a killer match. Max Power and Joey White versus Sabotage. This is Sabotage's first time back in UCW in 2 years. So
that can't be?
Yeah, it's been 2 years since Sabotage has been in UCW, and.
Oh, you're talking about the tag team itself, because New Hook was.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about New Hook. I'm talking about the tag team. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was cool to see them back there. I'm sure it won't be 2 years before you see them again there. I think this is going to be a good rivalry moving forward. UCW has a pretty solid tag team division, so I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of upsets coming up with those titles in the near future. I can see it coming.
Absolutely. Main event this night.
The main
Chip
event.
Chambers, the main event. What did I say?
No, you said main event, but it was the main event.
The main event.
I've seen footage. This was a main event.
Once again, Chip Chambers and Hollywood Cole knock it out of the park. UCW heavyweight title match, steel cage. Chip Chambers is the brand new UCW heavyweight champion. By September, Chip Chambers could have 3 of the biggest titles in Maritimes around his waist.
Oh yeah, this Chip is the wrestler of the year so far. He's had 3, maybe 4 matches that could be match of the year. Diving off balconies in North Pro. Him and Chris Cook had one of the best matches ever. Speaking of that, I want to see a part 2, so any bookers that are listening to this, Chip Chambers and Chris Cook, part 2 would be fantastic.
Anywhere would do.
Anywhere.
That was a great match, man.
Preferably closer to us, though.
But yeah, Chip's been everywhere. He's doing fantastic things this year.
Absolutely.
And this match was no different. By the time it was all said and done, Hollywood Cole looked like a stuck pig. He had blood everywhere. It looked like a pinata.
I gotta say,
in the forehead with a pizza roller.
I gotta say, Chip Chambers. I actually told them this. I was like, I think you're incapable of having a bad match. I think I said that last week. You cannot not talk about Hollywood Cole. This guy is the man in the Maritimes. And Jason brought to my attention how the blonde hair with blood. A very much Ric Flair vibe there, where it just makes the blood really pop out. And Hollywood Cole, I think, put out a post, and he's like, I always leave the steel cage a different man. And 100%. For people that don't know, Cole is a 2-time UCW heavyweight champion, and I believe he lost the UCW heavyweight title in a steel cage twice, right?
I don't know if he lost it the first time in a steel cage, but I know he lost that match against Troy.
Yeah.
And that was also a bloody match for Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole's one of them guys that, regardless where he wrestles or who he wrestles, he puts it all out there. He gives it 110% every match. and it shows. Behind the scenes, he's putting into work. In the ring, he's putting into work. There's a good handful of guys lately that have really been stepping up their game behind the scenes, that are kind of like turning the dial up a couple notches and really doing a lot of things to better themselves as well as become better wrestlers. And I applaud them for that.
Absolutely. So that was UCW, my bad. What's the next show?
Atlantic Wrestling Alliance.
Atlantic Wrestling Alliance. So, big thank you to management at AWA. They sent us the live stream for this show. I absolutely love the venue here. It was an outdoor show. Just nature all around you. Really enjoyed this show. Stunning Steve Arsenault beat Sidewalk Sam in the qualifying match. So, the first two matches, the winners would meet up in the final match of the night to crown the first ever AWA heavyweight champion. Steve Arsenault, he beat Sidewalk Sam. Next up was Julian Forever Young. He beat Warpath Chaz Williams. You kind of knew that this is where they were going, because I think at the end of their careers, both Arsenault and Young will probably, like with Julian Young, it's a little different. It's between him and Titus, between Arsenault and Titus. But I think for Steve Arsenault, his greatest rival was Julian Young. I see Corey, like, his eyes lit up. That was the feud in IHW in the early 2010s.
Exile, baby. Forever Exile. For me, that's my memories, man, from IHW, that period. Arsenault and Young have had some phenomenal matches. Another great one coming up here, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Before we get to that, Riddick Stone, he beat the Man Beast Rhino. Rhino was in town for this. It's a huge coup for something like that, and to actually get a win over Rhino, like, you have to imagine that the first challenger to the winner of this title has to be Riddick Stone.
Yeah, you would think.
He's got to get his shot now. You got to think, man, I loved Rhino in ECW back in the day. Loved it. So, awesome that he was here. Wish I was there. A little jealous.
Yeah, it was a long drive for us. Would have been a 5-hour drive to go there and a 5-hour drive to get back. We did get invited to this show by management, and we unfortunately could not go because it's pretty far away.
In the morning.
Next matchup, Midnight Mauler defeated X-Ray Kyle Cruz. Here's a lesson for all you people that takes notes. Don't write down the match result before it's over. I immediately wrote down Kyle Cruz beats Midnight Mauler, mostly because I wanted to remember the name Midnight Mauler, masked wrestler. Nope, Midnight Mauler got the win. Green mist in the eyes, and Joe Dunlap. Dunlap just interfering. So you got to imagine Kyle Cruz is going to want his revenge on Joe Dunlap and the Midnight Mauler. It was main event time after this for the AWA title. Stunning Steve Arsenault beat Julian Forever Young in another pretty good match. I don't think it's their best match that they've ever had. Some of those IHW matches are like 5-star classics. But this was really, really good. Definitely the best match on the card. Steve Arsenault becomes the first ever AWA heavyweight champion. And Corey, or Jason, this took place at
Polotech, I think it's called. Polotech First Nations.
Yeah.
In Cape Breton.
In Cape Breton. I don't know, man. There's something about an outdoor show for me that's just, I love it. For anybody wondering, the AWA heavyweight title is almost in the shape of the old International Wrestling from Quebec. Their title, the like red strap and all that. Really, really good looking belt. Steve Arsenault's son presented his father with the belt. So that was a cool moment for him. The baby faces all came out, including Rhino and Kyle Cruz, and all the baby faces came out, put Arsenal on their shoulder. It was a great moment for him. This was the first time seeing Atlantic Wrestling Alliance. Eventually we're going to try to see a show from every promotion. Might be easier said than done.
Yeah, by 2030, 2031, maybe we'll get it done.
Yeah, one of these years.
I was just searching on YouTube for some of those matches. There's so many great matches. So if you're looking on YouTube, you want to see some Steve Arsenault versus Julian Young, I'm going to tell you the life hack. Double XL versus Julian Young, in case you're new to wrestling. Double XL is Steve Arsenault's former name. But there are so many matches on there, man. These guys have had some classics. So if you want to be highly entertained one afternoon, I highly recommend you check that out.
Julian Young came out to Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Nice.
And I love Julian Young. I think he's one of the best wrestlers the Maritimes has ever had. That song doesn't fit him. He's just not like... I hear Iron Man, I think the Road Warriors, because they use that. Like, I remember Julian Young when he turned heel in 2008, 2009. He had a pretty good heel theme and all that, and he was this cocky babyface. But this is like big muscle music, man. And Julian is more technical. But anytime we get to see Julian Young, and even Julian Young versus Steve Arsenault, like, we're talking about Rudy Lockhart versus Ethan Knight. This was the feud back then.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's
yeah, and I know I rib on Julian a lot about the open challenges and stuff, but he is, yeah, like you mentioned, Corey, one of the best wrestlers to ever come out of the Maritimes.
100%.
Absolutely. So the next show.
Woo! Next show. I can't remember where did we go in Fredericton? Who was that? Oh yes, CCW.
So this is going to be the one where there's going to be some stories, like we always do. And the best storyteller out of all of us is Corey Robichaud. So get us started, Corey.
I mean, here's the thing. I woke up on Saturday morning late. I'm an early riser. I'm going to tell you guys a story about this now. I'm an early riser. Saturday I slept in till like 9:30 or some shit. Like, for me, that's late. So I wake up, looked at Tracy, I was like, Tim Hortons. And we went to Tim Hortons. That's how I said it, too. I was like, Tim Hortons. And we went to Tim Hortons, got a bagel, brought the dog for a drive. Happy day for me. Went and picked up my buddy Jason. Unfortunately, we brought Corey along. The trip wasn't perfect. But we had a great time. Good drive up there, good drive back. A lot of good conversations. We had some laughs. Went to the Dollarama so we could make some signs for some loser-ass wrestlers like... what's that guy's name again? Caden?
Furry Flamingo.
It's so fun to make signs and just get into it.
100%.
So it was a great time. I went over to what's it called? That little buffet takeout Chinese restaurant.
I think it was buffet something.
Buffet to go. It's really mediocre, but it fills the spot. Then we saw good old Connor Cook, who showed up at the arena. And I don't know, I had a great time getting there. Always some good times, always some good stories. But yeah, man, I will tell you, I haven't seen CCW in a couple years. Stellar. What a show. What a good time.
Yeah, I haven't been there since last summer either, and product's still just as good, if not better than it used to be. So
Corey, get into the card a bit here.
And I hadn't been there ever. This was my cherry getting popped. The opening match. So no VIP here. Just get into the card. And we had 8 matches. And people might be like, oh man, that's long. It didn't feel long. The only negative of this show, it was ungodly hot.
Yeah. She was a little
so
warm.
hot. So hot, and like there's that one point where Corey starts cheering for someone. I think it's after the first match. He starts cheering about something and gives up halfway. He's like, it is too hot to be my normal self. So the opening match would see the NBWA River Valley Championship on the line as Kerry Killam successfully defended the title against Narcissus Saint with the help of his new employee, Walter Wonderful.
Huh.
This guy, this mustachioed, mulleted man, looked wonderful. This guy was tailor-made for wrestling. The second I saw him trying to fix the turnbuckle, I was, there's no way this guy's not a wrestler. There's just no way. You couldn't get away with that in life.
So he's like the handyman at the trailer park, correct?
100%.
Yeah, he's the maintenance guy, yeah.
Hey, they all need one.
During this match, I went and grabbed myself some food at the restaurant. Shout out to the restaurant. At this spot, man, solid. They've got a lot of good food. I had the hot dogs. Hot dogs are grilled. Buns are toasted. You know that I'm a big food man. I don't know if anybody's ever seen me, but I ain't skipped a meal since 1983, and I was only born in 1984. So the food was damn good. But I've never seen Kerry Killam live. He impressed me.
Same.
He moves so well.
Yeah.
He has that outfit that he wears. The jeans, a shirt on top of a shirt on top of a shirt. And how ungodly hot it was in there, and he pulled off a match like that.
It's not a shirt, Corey. It's a cardigan.
You're a shirt.
You're a cardigan, Mark.
He had a long sleeve shirt on. Then he had a golf polo on top of that, and on top of the golf polo, he had a sweater vest.
Mark's right. It's a cardigan, pretty much. It looks hot as hell.
I'm thinking to myself, oh my god.
I think that's the one thing Jason kept looking at me, and he goes, how is he wrestling in that? You do a storyline before that, and where you wrestle in your Undertaker, where you wrestle in your underwear.
Wrestle in your Undertaker.
I heard Undertaker.
We were talking at the same time, and it just, my train of thought went to the Undertaker in underwear. So
I was sweating in places I didn't even know I had. He's wrestling in a sweater vest. So
yeah, great match. You have to imagine that the partnership with LG must be over if he's got a new lackey with him.
Yeah, because LG's not a lackey.
No.
I mean, depends if you're talking to Mark or not.
Right?
But
No, Mark would say that. I wouldn't. But,
Maybe
he
got kicked out of the trailer park.
LG doesn't live in a... Oh, you fucking Mark. Next match. Matt Strong beat Pat Persuasi by disqualification.
Pat Persuasi.
Pat.
That's the guy with the pointy ears again, right?
Really good match.
The pointy ears, really good match. A DQ win by Matt Strong after Pat Persuasi. Mark, you're gonna make me fuck up. Roadhouse. So, Pat Persuasi, he nailed Matt Strong with his drinking bottle.
Yep.
So, hard plastic, I tell you.
He had a dumbbell in that protein shaker.
Is that what it was?
Pulled it out afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, that's."
I missed that.
Yeah, he pulled out his 2-pound dumbbell. Did a couple reps there.
I missed that completely. That is brilliant.
You were too busy fanning yourself because you were so hot.
Well,
I was ungodly.
He's so short sitting on those chairs that it's eye level with the guardrail that goes around. He probably couldn't see.
He was distracted by Salem Wilder.
Shoot. Oh yeah, she was there.
Yeah, she was one of the announcers for the live stream or for the stream on YouTube.
Before we move on, we have to mention Salem Wilder. So the new general manager came out. His name escapes me.
Troy
Carruthers. So Salem Wilder came out, foot in a walking boot. So she does have a broken leg, and she came out to relinquish the NBWA Women's Championship. They played footage. She got attacked in the parking lot and got a broken leg. They found the women's title in an alley. I think it was Larry Horowitz that found it. Then Rugged Rick Owens came out to help. So she was ready and willing to vacate the title, and they said, since this happened on our watch, we're going to allow you to keep the belt for now. So she was doing commentary, and we were sitting right next to the commentary table, which was a blast.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Next matchup. Horsepower, Hunter Sampson. He beat the ultimate male, Zane Valentine, with the Pest of the West, No Class, Eric Bass. Eric Bass is my absolute hero, my favorite person on earth, because in an ungodly heat like this, he was such a good man that he came with his little squirt gun and he hydrated us.
Yeah, no, he does. He wears his sunglasses inside.
Well, it was bright in there. You wear that. Listen, Mark. No, wait a minute, Mark. You wear that face everywhere, and you're going to talk about sunglasses?
What?
Nothing to say. You do not.
Beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm getting my facial hair back. Right?
Thank
It does
God.
look better. I enjoyed this match too. I love Bass, man. He adds a lot.
Bass doesn't give a fuck. There was this guy giving it to him, and there was a little bit of water left in the little water bottle. He just opened it up and poured it right on his head, and then pointed at security like, make sure he doesn't touch me. I love that.
Yeah.
Zayn looked like he injured his shoulder during this match.
Yeah.
So hopefully...
It looks like a little twinge or a little pull of a muscle or something there. But I was talking to Zane and Eric yesterday, and apparently they say Hunter cheated for this match.
He did. You didn't notice?
They say that Hunter's now taking steroids, so he should be tested. They have a.
I mean, you can never be too sure.
That's right. So anyway, Zane has written in a formal complaint to the board of directors for the MBWA, and so we'll see what happens from that, I guess.
Well, if he's got nothing to hide,
that's right.
he'll do the little pee-pee in the cup, and no harm, no foul. If something comes up, though,
we shall see.
Trying to screw Zane Valentine out of a win, I'm not impressed with that. All right, next matchup. Nick Strong beat Butter Love.
That was a utterly fantastic match.
Butterly fantastic. I just have to say this. Bill Yard.
Yeah.
The funniest man in the Maritimes.
Oh my god.
And it's his facials too. He cracked me up with one spot. I don't even remember the spot. I think it was a chop from Butter Love, and he got him with the Butterfingers. Dead. Just dead. Overheating, dying laughing and crying because it's so funny. And I'm looking over at Bill Yard. He's got this big grin just looking at us like, yeah, I got you, motherfucker. One of the things that made me laugh is he said something like, he said ass or some curse word. And Salem's like, you can't say that. He goes, we're PG-13. I'm allowed one curse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was good. He probably had, oh my god, at least a handful of butter-related puns during that match.
Oh, they nonstop.
Yeah. I mean, CCW has a YouTube channel, so they were Salem and Bill Yard, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He was there to replace Bill Yard because he got stuck in traffic for the first.
Stuck in traffic. Yeah.
But they were great on commentary. You'll get to see the show and the matches on YouTube. So be sure to look out for this match because commentary was fantastic.
I want to say again, their YouTube channel is almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is a big milestone. So if you're not subscribed to CW, Capital City Wrestling on YouTube, go subscribe.
100%. This matchup, Nick Strong versus Butter Love. Butter Love, he's still relatively new to the business. Nick Strong's been at it a few years. This is experience for Butter Love, but also Nick Strong. What can you say about this guy? This guy, he's destined for something bigger. I don't know when, I don't know how, but this guy, you look at this guy and he looks like $1 million. Using the torture rack as a finishing move, and he's the big strong man. The torture rack is a power move. Could I do it? No, I could not.
I could.
You could once, and it wouldn't end well. He got Butter Love up, and it's like crazy how strong this guy is.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, Butter Love's not a small man either. The guy's got to be like 6'2", 6'3", so he's, you know what I mean. He's a tall boy. and he's solid. I mean, he's not muscular like Nick Strong is, but he's a big boy as well. Some of those shoulder tackles he was doing were
he has a very good tackle. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very, very good shoulder tackle. This is a very good match. And the icing on the cake was hearing Bill Yard on commentary, every butter pun that there was. And Bill, the facials, he knew when it was funny and he'd look at us. Big grin on his face, like, yeah, I said that. Next matchup, my favorite match this night for the NBWA Tag Team Championships. Ace Dynasty, Spike Esty, and Slick McRick, they beat Crude Oil, Matt Chevron, and Scott Lee Crew. Wow. I love Ace Dynasty. It's a good mix of veteran and young talent, and to me that makes a great tag team. It reminds me of Magnum TA and Mr. Wrestling 2, where it was the veteran and the up-and-coming. And with this tag team, I love it. I want to talk about Crude Oil for a second, because this is the closest thing to the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard that we'll ever have in the Maritimes. Cutting the ring in half. Grabbing a leg. Not letting their opponent get to the other corner. Just the tag team wrestling. I'm of the opinion that Matt Chevron is destined for bigger things than tag team gold. The way they are tagging together, just how fucking good they are, I think another title reign, I wouldn't be upset with that.
I agree with you 100%. I think you're going to see Chevron get a singles title, probably hold it for maybe, I'd say 180 to 200 days, lose the title, and then they'll regain their tag titles again. Yeah,
Matt Chevron, just amazing.
That's my prediction anyway.
And for Scott Lee Crew, here's the one thing about Scott Lee Crew. He's CCW royalty. He's a main event guy. He's a former champion. When Lutte Prestige finally got their own title, who's the first champion? Scott Lee Crew. Scott Lee Crew's missing one title to become like a Grand Slam champion, I guess you could say, and that's the River Valley title. I think he probably aims for that title. I'm going to tell you one thing. Slick McRick, former NBWA River Valley champion, this fits him well. Like, he's not going to be the heavyweight champion. He's done the River Valley thing. This is a way of elevating a young talent. And Spike Esty getting this title, if there's one thing that I'm proud that I went to this show for, is my first show I got to see Spike Esty's first big moment.
100%. It's this Ace Dynasty is the ultimate mentorship tag.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. There's nobody else that I want teaching me either, other than Slick. He's good at what he does. Has a similar style to Spike as well. So yeah, I mean, it works all the way around. They both have a really good flow as well. I found
absolutely.
They move together very well. They've got a good sync, good rhythm. Yeah, it's a match made in heaven. So I can't wait to see what they do with their title reign for sure.
For me, this was match of the night. I loved the tag team style of Scott Lee Crew and Chevron. I love that heel kind of cut the ring in half wrestling. Quick tags, enjoyed that a lot. Really love Esty. I think Spike's going to be a superstar here in the Maritimes in time.
Absolutely.
He's really young, really new, really talented. And good for him for getting his first belt here. And I agree with everything you guys said, man. I think it's Ace Dynasty, great tag team. I think great things in the future. And hopefully hold on to this for a while, maybe through Christmas, and lose it early in 2026, something like that.
Yeah. I think it's rare that you can be there for, like, a special moment. Like, I think the last time... Like, we've been to a few of them, but I think of BT Bobby Man winning his first and only title in IHW. I think of PCO gallantly winning the North Pro title.
I'm not removing you right now. Just hold on. There we go. Carry on right now without Corey. No, I think he's 100% right that you don't always get to see a moment like that. But we got to witness it, and it was special. And you got to interview him afterwards, which was
absolutely. He humble guy, just a great guy. He had his baby there with him. His mother was there. His wife was there. It's a moment. One of the things that I told my buddy BT back in the day is, you win a championship belt, and a second one is never guaranteed. And same goes for Spike. A second one isn't guaranteed. You need to aim higher. You need to aim for a singles title. The end goal should be the NBWA heavyweight title. The big yellow belt should be what you're after. But that's not guaranteed. The Lutte Prestige belt isn't guaranteed. The River Valley title isn't guaranteed. You got to work for those. But for right now, that moment, your mother in the front row, your wife in the front row, you holding your baby and your new championship belt, that's a moment that we got to witness, and I'm very proud of that.
100%. And it couldn't happen to a better guy.
Yeah, Spike is such a wonderful guy.
Just kind of was his stepdad there? LG?
He was, but he was a little busy later on. So.
Oh, okay.
Mark turning into a heel. But speaking of greatest of all times, the Port City's finest,
the furry flamingo.
Shut up, Jason. Port City's finest, Caden, gets a huge win over Rugged Rick Owens. He did cheat. There was no cheating.
I didn't see this win coming, I can tell you that.
Me neither.
I was surprised by it. A good match, man. I love Rick. Rick Owens been just everywhere. And this was a really good match. I thought it had some psychology behind it that I really enjoyed. And, you worked the knee a little bit. Caden's so talented. Rick's a great wrestler. This was fuck you both. This was fun to watch. As a fan of wrestling, this was fun to watch.
It advances the storyline between Eric Bass and Rugged Rick Owens. And in CCW, Rick Owens could eat a pin every night. Doesn't matter. When I say he's the ace of CCW, he's the most popular. Everybody loves. I think the only one that's like rivaling his popularity is Larry Horowitz. And when we get to the main event, I'll explain how you need to see it live to really experience it. And it goes the same for Rugged Rick Owens. Like, the music hits, he comes out, and this is Fredericton's hero. This is the man in the Maritime.
100%, because, and not just like the Fredericton area, but people can relate to Rugged Rick.
Absolutely.
The working class guy, the guy that is out there just trying to feed his family.
The Maritime version of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, 100%.
Just in way better shape.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, obviously Rick should have won. Caden cheated, so...
The disrespect on this podcast. Like, Corey's not bad today. Mark's pretty quiet. But you, what is up with that?
Well, listen, first of all, I was having internet problems, so I'm cranky. And secondly, here you are going on about Caden there, Tiffany Jr. And did you see the shorts that he came out with? Pink and blue. Looked like cotton candy.
It was beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful. I had a sign said Port City's finest with a little clock on it. I worked hard on that, and Bill Yard tore my sign up.
Oh, good.
He was funny until he wasn't.
We have an LG sign that's signed for Mark.
Yeah.
Ethan, is that at your house?
I don't have it here, no.
We probably left it at the arena.
Baby.
You guys leave it at the arena? I made an LG sign saying, hey LG, Mark the Mark says you suck. And I got LG to sign it, and then they left it at the arena?
I didn't realize that you had them to sign it.
I didn't realize you didn't bring it.
Oh, man, I should have brought it. My own bad there.
I'll make
Sorry,
another
Mark.
sign and get LG to sign it for you anyway.
Hey, you know what, though?
It was $50.
You were
Does
saying,
the effort count for you, Mark? That I thought of you?
It depends what type of effort.
I thought of you. That sign
He
is
loves
great.
me.
No, come on. I do like that sign though. Mark LG, Mark the Mark says you suck. You gotta love that, Mark. You gotta love that sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
We brought you with us to the show. We thought of you.
I was there in your hearts.
In heart.
There you go.
Once again.
Let's not go too far.
Hey.
Oh, no.
You know what?
In my heart.
You want to know why I was so quiet for a moment ago?
You were eating
your base.
But now I'm back.
All right.
I look good. I'm starving.
So
the feud of the podcast is Mark the Mark versus Magic Man Jason. Me and Corey will be on commentary for that. It's called Corey's Commentary.
There you go. Corey's Corner.
No E.
Corey's Corner. Are you Don Cherry or am I Don Cherry? Or are we both?
Oh, I'm not Don Cherry.
Yeah, you're the oldest one though.
That's true. All right. Well, anyway, carry on. Next match.
Next match is the quote-unquote main event, even though there's one more match after that, but we'll explain that after. For the NBWA Heavyweight Championship, Larry Horowitz successfully defended the title against the Big Bad LG, Logan Green. All seriousness here. No playing along or anything.
Larry Horowitz fan club was sitting behind us. My God, they loved Larry.
You have to experience Larry Horowitz to really understand why this guy is so over. The music, him and Rugged Rick Owens are the two, like, it's 1A, 1B. Like, the popularity there, I understand now why Larry Horowitz is the heavyweight champion there. He's so over. People absolutely, and it's a niche gimmick. Like, he's a 70s disco guy. Like, what was the show? Leisure Suit Larry? It was the video game Leisure Suit Larry. He reminded me of that the first time I saw him. He's so over. Tanya Osborne comes out. She's hanging out with the kids and she's dancing with the kids. And then I realized that during the last match, she never left. She was still in the crowd hanging out with people. I will say this, though. In all seriousness, Larry Horowitz, he's over. I get why he's the champion. I can't tell you how disappointed I was that LG did not win that belt, though. I really thought they were going to pull the trigger. They were like, the podcast is here. We're going to make their night and put the belt on LG. They did not. But, to their defense, there was some storyline implications here. So LG comes out with Stormy Hale, and he tells her, "You told me I couldn't do it without you. Hit the bricks, toots. I'm going to show you that I can do it without you." So she goes to the back. They have their match. Logan Green pulled out the most beautiful missile dropkick I've ever seen.
Oh my God, that was gorgeous.
To the point where Corey turns to me and he goes, "Stellar missile dropkick. That was beautiful."
Yeah, it was a great move. It was picture perfect. It's something that you could have easily seen on TV for sure.
Yeah, and he told me afterwards, he's like, "I've never pulled out that move before. Like, that was the first time."
Yeah, well, it better not be the last.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a part of his arsenal now. Stormy Hale comes back out, and she basically cuts a promo on him saying, "You know what? I'm done with you. We're through." Distracts Logan Green. Larry gets the win. It advances that storyline. It keeps the train rolling with Larry Horowitz. You have to imagine that sooner rather than later, LG needs that belt.
Oh yeah, I think he's going to get it. I'm thinking maybe this fall, once all of the multiple shows, summer shows are over. I think finish off the big summer season, we may see the title change.
Love to see it. Spike ST was gloating how life's good when you're Spike ST. He had the gold. His mother was now not with LG. Stormy left LG. I feel bad for LG. Like, he got royally screwed. Screwed.
I guess we'll have to wait till next show to see what happened, but there is one more match to talk about.
There is one more match, an unsanctioned match. Massey Harris beat Kirk Obey. You know it's serious when the zebra stripes go away and it's just a black shirt. So Sharky came out, not in referee gear, just a black shirt. Bill Yard was not on commentary.
Latex gloves on.
Gloves on. Bill Yard was not on commentary. He was recording the match for his own enjoyment, I think. They fought all over the arena. What's funny is Kirk Obey comes out, and we're listening to a song, and you got to give it to Kirk Obey. He's so hated in Fredericton.
Oh,
the heat is nuclear, and he comes out to this like soft Kayush music, and I'm like, "What's that song?" And they're like, "Well, it's Kayush for sure." I spent maybe 30 minutes looking for this song and finally found it. Le 15 du from Kayush. So for any fans of CCW that enjoy that song so much, and I got a bone to pick with Corey and Jason that said, "Yeah, fuck l'Acadie. You're both Acadian."
actually, I'm more Irish than Acadian. So
you're a jabroni. My God, Kirk Obey put in the performance of a lifetime. Massey Harris too. They fought all over the arena. We saw the end of the match. Kirk Obey placed on a table. Massey Harris climbs to the top rope. And this is on the outside, and a big splash through the table. I don't know how Massey didn't break his leg because one of his shins came down right on the corner of the table. Looked like it was not fun. What's the name of the song? Like Bonanza or something like that, the old TV show?
Oh, yeah.
Massey Harris comes out to that. So, like, two great theme songs, one after another. Like, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
The unsanctioned match finishes, and just a really, really solid show. Really good show by CCW. For my first time going there, I won't be there for the big announcement that they had on this show.
Special DM.
Yep. Which is?
Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys is at their next show in August, and apparently there may be an appearance from the Green Bastard as well. So
parts unknown.
That's right. So it should be.
I wish I could make it for that show. I start work. There's a bunch of shows that got announced, and like North Pro, I'm not going to be able to go. I'm working. CCW won't be able to go. I'm working. But yeah, so this was a really fun show. And yeah, just what's next?
A whole bunch of shows coming up this week. So we just recapped 6, and now there's 7 more coming up this week. So all kinds of wrestling.
All right, lay it on us.
So this Thursday, July 31st, is NBWA is doing the Old Home Week Cup 3 in Woodstock at the Air Mortar Center.
Okay.
It's the 3rd annual Battle Royal, so you'll see Rugged Rick Owens, Nick Strong, Zane Valentine, Spike Esty, Butter Love, Crude Oil should be there, Oscar Ironside, Patrick O'Neill, Logan Green.
Patrick O'Neill.
Logan
and it's
Green.
the big bad LG Logan Green. Respect him.
Do you want the notes and you can read them off? Or
I mean, he got fucked over. I mean, he was probably in his penthouse crying in his Egyptian cotton fucking
yeah, 100%
bedding there.
My God. At least Mark's making a little sense. A little confusing, but keep going.
Always confusing. That's
from his last CCW match there.
Yeah. And Hunter Sampson and more will be there. So, yeah, Big Battle Royal. It's the 3rd one they've had, 3rd annual. So, it should be pretty good. If you're in the Woodstock area on Thursday, go check it out. August 1st, UCW is this Friday. Has a show in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. So, they do a show there every year. This year, it is Friday. There's going to be Robbie McAllister, Rudy Lockhart, Madison Miles, Justin Newhook, Dawson James, Joey White, Lincoln Steen, and more on the cards. So should be another great match. We have August 1st as well, on Friday again, Wrestling in Windsor, Plenty of Heat 2, another Battle Royal. This is a free show in Windsor. They do it on the street. They did it last year as well, where Cody Uno Ocho dove off the telephone pole.
Telephone pole?
Last year, yeah, there was a telephone pole. He climbed halfway up the pole and he dove off the telephone pole.
Jeez, I missed that one for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So this year, somebody new is heading to Windsor for the first time. Fantana is starting at Wrestling in Windsor this week.
I can, I will, I must.
That's right. You will see Wesley Pipes, Ricky Mortis, Fantana, Julian Young, JP Sims, Narcissus Saint, Deuce, Cody Uno Ocho, as well as the Nova Scotia Openweight champion, Giant Orion. So, sounds like it's a great card. I can't wait to see videos. Wrestling in Windsor always puts on a great show. I've been down there a couple times to see the show, and if you're in the area, it's definitely a show you don't want to miss, because Cody puts on a hell of a card every time.
That's a great variety, eh?
Yeah, 100%. We also have, on August 2nd, Kaizen has their Death Wish show at Alderney Landing. They've announced a couple matches. Joey White versus Bobby Boyette for the Kaizen Championship. Pratt Industries.
Smelling a title change.
Oh, maybe. There's also another match. Pratt Industries is taking on Dudes Doing Things.
Nope. I don't know who to cheer for.
Yeah, so, and I'm not sure if it's a tag team or 3-on-3. Yeah, like I'm not sure if they're doing what they're doing, because Pratt Industries is obviously Ian Pratt, Justine Ward, and Ryan Schimmel, and Dudes Doing Things.
Kind of split last time, didn't he?
Who's the Dudes Doing Things? Sebi, Daniel Wall, and
Ryan Cleary.
Ryan Cleary. He had escaped my memory for a second. I have never seen Ryan Cleary live. I don't think, anyway.
I haven't either. I think he's kind of fairly new over the last maybe year-ish.
He's an OG member of DDT, because I remember the promos. They were hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen him wrestle live either. What else do we got here? Also on the card, they got Jason Boa, Benoit Gravel, Kobe Christ. So that's on the 2nd, which is the Saturday. Also on the Saturday is ECPW Celtic Chaos in New Waterford, Nova Scotia, which is in Cape Breton. So here you've got the ECPW Heavyweight Champion Lincoln Steen is on the card, Madison Miles, their Celtic Roots Champion Justin Newhook, their Women's Champion Vanessa Craven, Rudy Lockhart, Jonathan Cross. This is Chip Chambers' first match back in ECPW since 2017. Plus more. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. Kaizen also has another show on August 3rd, the Sunday. It's just called Battle on the Bridge. They're doing an international gauntlet challenge right on the bridge, on the McDonald Bridge in Halifax. There's some kind of event going on that's closing the bridge, and they're doing the match actually on the bridge. So
that's pretty cool.
They've got a bunch of people that are coming in from the U.S. and from possibly Ontario or Mexico. They have a Delmy Exo, Rip Bison, Perry Von Vicious.
So those are all names that I believe wrestled. I know they wrestled for Kyushu Pro Wrestling because I follow them, but I believe a few of them wrestled for NWE back in the day. Rip Bison was I believe he was T-Hawk or Tomahawk or something like that.
Cool. Ryan Schimmel will be there as well. Sydney Sweetie, Bobby Boyette, Ian Pratt, Sebi, Kobe Christ, Jason Boa, and more. So again, another great lineup. So Kaizen is wrestling both days, Saturday and Sunday. As well, on August 3rd, Sunday, NBWA has the Dopetown Destruction in Dopetown. So you've got Larry Horowitz on the card, Slick McGrick, Hunter Sampson, Spike Esty, Nick Strong, Rick Owens, Butter Love, the big bad LG. Are you happy now?
I'm very happy.
The future Matt Strong, and the ultimate male Zane Valentine.
Look
with
at that.
Mouth of the South, no class, Eric Bass.
I thought he was the pest of the West.
Yeah, he's everything. It's Eric.
Does no class mean he's a bad person, or he did not go to class?
He didn't need class. He didn't need it. Okay. Is there any more shows?
I hope not, because I'm all out of breath. No, that's
we had discussed going to a show this weekend. Unfortunately, I don't think any of us are going anywhere. I'm about to start work, and I have got a lot of videos to record for the Maritime Warrior. So I'm tapping out for the summer when it comes to shows. I know we had discussed going to Kaizen. That's going to have to wait now because I personally have too much work to do before I start work. So,
and it's not in my budget, unfortunately.
Yeah. And Mark likes concerts.
I went like once this summer.
And what did you miss while you went to that concert?
Nothing.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Spike Esty winning his first title?
I know, and his stepdad was there.
You missed a fuzzy flamingo, so that's fine. You didn't miss much there.
What's the fan question of the week this week, guys?
Comes from a gentleman by the name of Adam Baker in Findlay, Ohio. He sent us a very good email, very long email. Lots of cool information about wrestling in Ohio. They have a promotion in Ohio. The entire promotion is based in the 1920s.
Yeah.
So every wrestler has a 20s gimmick. So you got like the circus strongman, the bearded lady. Everybody is dressed like the 20s. It's pretty cool.
Spoiler, I'm the bearded lady.
I'm not disagreeing. So his question, because of that promotion with the gimmicks and stuff, he's like, is there a gimmick that you haven't seen done in the Maritimes that you think could really work if it was in the right hands?
Corey, you're getting us started?
All right. For me, listen, it's got to be a Maritime gimmick. I'm thinking about it. Marty the Moose Hunter. Got a guy, he loves moose hunting. He's hooked on the moose hunting, comes out, pretty much, it's like borderline Rick Owens, like comes out dressed in orange, the orange knee pads. I want him to come up with the vest, the whole gimmick. He could even have like a dog with him or something. Drives out on a side-by-side.
Rick Owens made Stone Cold.
Marty the Moose Hunter. Who do I think's going to do it? If anybody in the Maritimes can pull off Marty the Moose Hunter, I can tell you who it would be right now. Caden. Caden will be Marty the Moose Hunter in my mind. No, I'm just kidding. It's definitely not a Caden gimmick. I think,
whatever, same shit.
I don't have anybody that I can give it to, but I do think it would be fun to watch. It would get over, man. Those small towns.
Oh, 100%.
And then he could come out and be like, holy moly, I'm so excited today. You'll never guess what happened. And they'll go, what happened? He'll say, they drew my number in the moose draw. And then we all have a party in the ring.
I mean, unfortunately, that only happens once a year.
Yeah, baby. Anyway, that's my Maritime gimmick idea, and I think it could work. Damn it, I think it could work.
So who wants to go next?
Go ahead, Mert. You said you had a couple of them, right?
Sure. So I had to dig deep, man, and like honestly, I kind of looked at what I enjoy, which is comic books, TV shows, etc. And one of my favorites is Batman.
Right.
Batman. Anyway, and I kind of thought about how I enjoyed so much as a kid the character Sting, and how he was kind of a vigilante type of character, right? And honestly, I don't think we have that type of like tweener character that can kind of turn on on a
The
dime,
closest
right?
that we had at one point was Matt Connors, because he was in the rafters and all that when a New Hook turned on him, but it was short-lived and they went back to Sabotage.
Yeah, exactly. And, just have that guy, I mean, during a championship feud, like, imagine the guy just shows up out of nowhere and you don't know where he is, but everybody's looking for him, and it's just kind of that thrill,
Yeah, that surprise appearance.
Exactly. And, just having a character that's so, like, shrouded in mystery, and, like, storylines would be built around having him being like a Batman character where you don't know who he is, or like you don't know
the mystery behind it.
Anybody understand Mark saying Bettman? Is your character Gary Bettman?
Gary Bettman could play the Penguin, let's face it.
Yeah, he is.
But
looks like him.
But yeah, no, I just kind of find it would be a very, very interesting character, and it would fit anywhere. That's kind of the fun part. So
cool.
Whether he would be a psychotic character that would have these psychotic breakdowns with multiple personalities, or whether just a raging maniac or whatever. Like, just, I don't know. We don't have that, right? But it would make for great stories. And
who do you think could pull it off?
It's tough. It's tough. I don't personally know. Like, it's kind of came up with these, and I would hope that somebody would be able to, but it would need a lot of personality still.
Yeah.
But
there's one name that comes to mind. Me.
Shoot.
As a vigilante, as this like for justice and all that. Mm-hmm. There's a young guy right now that just had one of the biggest moments of his career, and that's Spike Esty.
You think?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool character. Come out with a black trench coat, baseball bat, or a hockey stick.
Like, he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy, but he's been wronged.
Yeah, almost like exactly. The Ninja Turtles Casey Jones type character.
Yep.
Yeah.
But man, you know what though? Kind of a bonus. I actually wrote down 2.
Go for it.
So the second one, I kind of inspired myself off of the D'Angelo family type of gimmick from NXT.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, let's say I put this in place. You have LG show up with a bunch of lackeys. You think he's the big boss. He's all that. Whatever. But no, he's not. That would be a hell of a turn, man. I would mark out. If all
who's the big boss?
But like, imagine it was like a Maritime legend. Like,
no,
I don't know, man.
Here's how that storyline works. You want the real swerve? Big bad LG goes to the fucking castle and all that, and you're seeing someone smoke a cigar. The camera pans out. Who's sitting in the chair? But Don Big Boss Corey Robichaux.
He's like, no, I'm kidding.
He's got the fedora. The fedora. He's got the suit. He's going BSHL podcast.
Bada bing, bada boom.
No,
forget about
it. Next.
Right. I'll go next. Mine, I think, would be cool. Would be a time traveler.
Oh.
So you would have your entrance video or whatever could be from all the different places that you've been, and you would come out in a different gear. So like 1 week you come out dressed in a toga because you were in ancient Greece, or in another time you come out in a tie-dye shirt because you're a 60s stoner, and have your character come out and almost like you have like a green light behind the curtain flickering, like he's actually coming through the portal, and then when he pops out of the curtain, he's literally like popping out from that time period, and he's kind of like, where the hell am I? You know what I mean? And then he's got to wrestle in that gimmick. Like, you could do all kinds of things. You could go futuristic with like a cyberpunk character. You could go caveman, come out in a fur loincloth.
Somebody's gonna steal this.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if you actually have someone for that.
I do, 100%.
Go for it.
Oliver Hansen would pull this off to a T. He's got a theatrical background. I think he would be able to pull this off.
Could he come out once as Marty the Moose Hunter? Like, he'd come back
maybe,
as a Moose Hunter?
maybe.
All right,
but like come out as like a an old Western sheriff. Another time he could come out as a Viking. Another time he could come out as...
Corey, who did you have in mind for that?
I thought more comedy character, and immediately, because of his look and all that, I immediately thought of Slick McRick.
Really? You know who I thought of right away? Ricky Mortis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's actually really cool. I think I misunderstood the assignment because I went completely off the grid here.
Oh, somebody's got to come out as the ultimate warrior. Christ.
No, not even. One of my favorite gimmicks ever is ECW's Dudley Boys. So not Bubba Ray and Devon in WWF or WWE or TNA, but the Dudley Boys from ECW, where the storyline is they each had the same father, but they're all half-brothers, and one's an inbred Dudley called Dudley Dudley. He's the only full-breeded Dudley. One is a Native American Dudley called Dances with Dudley. There's Sign Guy Dudley, the Mute Dudley. There's Chubby Dudley, who was the big guy. There was Big Dick Dudley, the one-eyed monster. I always loved that gimmick. And that gimmick was inspired by the Hanson brothers from Slapshot, which is one of the greatest movies ever made. And so I'd love to see a Hanson brothers gimmick in the Maritimes. Now here's the thing. Quebec already has a Slapshot Hanson brothers gimmick called La Chabot. And they come out with the glasses. They come out with the Chiefs jerseys. And they even come out to right back where we started from by Maxine Nightingale. So instead of giving that character to a specific number of guys in the Maritimes, I'd like the Shabots to come to the Maritimes.
Okay. You definitely didn't understand that whole question, did you?
No. You said gimmick. Here's my gimmick.
I like it.
Yeah,
because you love Slapshot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what the only thing about Slapshot that I hate, absolutely hate about Slapshot? The ending. And the movie came out in the 70s as a spoiler alert for an almost 50-year-old movie. I've never seen a hockey game end with a guy just disrobing.
You obviously haven't been to a good hockey game.
You clearly not, huh? The BSHL needs to get off his game.
Yeah.
So yeah. The Dudley Boys gimmick, La Chabot, whatever you want, the Hanson brothers. I want to see the Hanson brothers in the Maritimes. So that's that. So anything else before we sign out?
Bubbles is coming to CCW in a month. The Green Bastard is coming
Parts
to CCW.
Unknown.
You got to check it out, man. That was a cool thing to see announced. So.
Absolutely.
In there, but
and go see some. If you're in the area, go see some wrestling this weekend. You can't say it's because there's
plenty
a lack
shows.
Of shows. You got 7 to pick from. It's all over the place, right from Cape Breton to Woodstock, New Brunswick. So you can't say there's nothing in between. Corey, who was on the intro this week?
Mr. FKA himself.
Mr. FKA. Thanks a lot for the intro. And that's all I've got. Anybody else?
That's all I got.
That's all I got as well.
It's like the guys were saying a couple of weeks ago, they went to 3 shows, and I don't think they saw one performer twice. Yeah. Right? So
this was last week, yeah.
Kind of to reiterate what Jason just said, right?
Get out and support Maritime Wrestling, baby.
Support Maritime Wrestling. Could not have said it better. Thank you all very much for listening, and we will see you in 7 days. So until then, take care, guys.
Caden, you suck.
The disrespect.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember to catch us here every Wednesday for a new episode. Please visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and more. Links are in the description. See you next time.
Don't miss out and don't be late. Hear wrestling talk that's first rate. Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock.